Yeah, it's been really good. I think that the audiences have been fantastic in the UK, and it's been really quite uplifting playing some of these places like the Royal Albert Hall and Manchester Polo. I've played that there before, but the first time I played the Royal Albert Hall, so it's been really good.
And of course, I guess the attraction for a lot of Yes fans is this playing the three classic albums in their entirety, Close to the Edge, Yes album, Going for the One. It's a great concept.
Yeah, I think that the fact that we played them in the specific order that they are on the actual vinyl itself shows really what kind of work went into those albums. You know how they were paced, and the experience that people had when they went out and bought that vinyl and they listened to them in their entirety. And I think that's it's not like it is now where you just download one song from an album. You listen to those things as albums in their entirety, and I think that's what really makes it interesting.
And obviously some epic pieces in there, like Close to the Edge, like Awaken as
Close
well.
to the Edge,
and for you, the opening for Awaken, I guess, that great.
I mean, the opening for Awaken, yeah. I mean, I've got this set up here. It's, I've got a very, very complicated organ patch here, which is the middle section, which is I'll just put this here like that. So this is all the high sort of fluty organs there. And then big organ. Those big sort of pipey organ sounds. So I spent quite a lot of time trying to get as close to some of the original stuff as possible, sound-wise. For instance, like the Moog part in And You and I. So.
Because that's important, isn't it? Because those sounds, they're so distinctive and what the fans know, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that I do try and, as I say, I try and get as close as possible to them with what I've got here, which is obviously quite an array of equipment.
Yeah, I describe it for people. We've got three banks of keyboards around us. What?
Well, this is mainly my organ patch, so I use a lot of these simulated organs. I've got one which is a Rick Wakeman organ kind of sound. And here, which is more of a sort of dirty Hammond that Tony Kaye was using. And these I use for some of the pads, and this is mainly my piano module. So I've got my kind of organ and piano stuff there. I use the two computers for simulation of a lot of the early analog stuff like Mellotrons and Fender Rhodes and electric pianos, that kind of thing. So for instance in this this is the Mellotron patch. I'm using these two Macs here as source sounds for that. And then I've got samples up here, which is stuff from just little bits from Close to the Edge that I put in. And here I've got a sort of general purpose keyboard that I use for various things. A lot of lead stuff I use off here. With a combination of And You and I. It brings it all back, does it?
It does. It's fantastic stuff.
I use this for a lot of the lead lines as well. It's quite a new keyboard. This actually, it's only been out about a year or so ago. But I've got a couple of these, and they're really good at emulating the old mini Moogs and that kind of thing. So that's it, really. Big fat pedal there that shakes the earth.
Very vibrating. Yeah, reproducing those old sounds, because you say as the analog sounds go out, it's still trying to get hold of that vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's very important in Yes music, because obviously those are the signature sounds that were put on the original recordings, and so it is quite important, I think, to get that as close as possible. But at the same time, I'm not sort of totally hemmed into playing exactly what was on the original recordings. We tend to try and expand it and spread it around a bit, but generally speaking, it gives the impression of what it was all about.